but this could be the last over before lunch, Tino. So you really don't want to get out at this stage of the game. Can he pick up a wicket? Musramani. Lets it go to the keeper. It's been a bit of a struggle for Douglas and Shanto, even though he has been a really good touch. A couple of hundreds in the last 4 test matches. But he's only scored 9 runs and he's faced 35 deliveries. Because the bowlers have bowled really good, especially when he's on strike. He was on strike when he bowled his last over, Musramani. It was a maiden. He got past the bat twice. Looking at that over, or rather speaking about it, I'll show you the views what we are talking about. That's the first delivery. After that is a Rakeen and TD. Just didn't have had any luck whatsoever. That was an excellent delivery. What an over. Looked like a wicket taken over from the word go. Can happen, you know. It's a funny game, isn't it?
That and he's thrown it very quickly. Previous Sarabadi over. It's the grit that you need from Shanto in particular. It's been tough for him. Remember the opportunity created in Garava a few overs ago, put down at third slip. Some moments you need to find through. Just a couple more balls. You can have your lunch, take a recess, restart your innings. Well under it.
You know what, when he was on strike, this is the last over before lunch, and you still have very good, strong slip scorer. But I still feel that perhaps they could have added another extra fielder in the slip scorer. Maybe the field went mid-off, because he's targeting the offside. You don't want to see the last ball before lunch going in between the slip and the gully fielder.
No.
Must negotiate. And the confident unstrapping of the glove. Bangladesh have successfully negotiated that final over. Umpire Riaz calls lunch at Harare Sports Club. And it's a session that that man can look back at and be pretty satisfied. 25 overs, 76 runs, a couple of wickets, none in that last half of this lunch session. So Bangladesh will go away. Just feel that they put in some good resistance there as well.
Yeah, Joy went out cheaply, was a little bit unlucky. Shadman also looked set when he got out, but it is due to Muminul Haq and Nasrul Shanto, who batted 40 runs at lunch on day 1, 76 for 2.
First wicket to go. In fact, it was in his first over. Disappointment for Hassan Joy. He felt that he didn't get anything on that. The umpire thought differently. That's for 1-1. That's well. First over, Brad Evans, the outside edge, comfortably taken. That second slip by Craig Irvin. He's got a good pair of hands. 36 for 2 at that stage, Bangladesh. But since then, it's been a good partnership between these two. Irvin score along nicely to 76 for 2. Those 2 wickets, as you've just seen, taken by Gilmore and Evans. Garava Sarabadi. Feel those first spells not what they are worthy of. But they both come back and looked a lot better in their second spells. So it's lunch on day 1 of this only test between Zimbabwe and Bangladesh at Harare Sports Club. We'll see you in about half an hour's time.
কিসের গো? মাঝে আছে না किशोरगंज 7 वर्ष नांदाला 700 म्हणणार किशोरगंज इंगंदोज नांदौड ना ಅವರಿಗೆ ಪಾಲಕರು ಆಗದಕ್ಕೆ ಮುತ್ರ ಇನ್ನೊಂದಕ್ಕೆ ರಾಸ್ತೆ ಇದೆ ये रास्ते बरोबर आठवडे
ব্রাজিলের
টি-20 সিরিজ 2026 বাংলাদেশ
the oldest scorers.
ঢাকা বনাম আজকের আর্জেন্টিনা আর্জেন্টিনা
না এই যে লাইক পরটা দিবেন তো দাম হইতেছে না খেলার ঝুঁকি তো হইলো খেলা এক পনেরো দিলে তুই পাঁচশো টাকা হয়তো কোনো রকম টাকা বছর হইব Nere, nere, nere. Eso todo lo tenemos, nere. Ya está, ¿de qué no se lo dice? De la cara en cocina. Ay, no, me tío. Ahora, sí, ya la gente dice, aquí está. Ya tu sama kekir. Satu lagi. Dua orang pun sama. Itu dah hendak dia hendak tu sudah.
লাইভ ম্যাচ দেখার জন্য ভিডিওতে লাইক করুন।
বাংলাদেশ নারী বাকি অস্ট্রেলিয়ার সাথে গেলে রে হ্যাঁ দেখ
অস্ট্রেলিয়া লেগে
ব্রাজিল বনাম স্কটল্যান্ড।
দেখ
ফ্রান্স বনাম নর্থ ব্রাজিল বনাম
না সাউথ আফ্রিকা
সাউথ আফ্রিকা
26 রানে 7 মাই টেলিং নিউজিল্যান্ড চলতেছে টেস্ট
হ্যালো বন্ধুরা, কেমন আছেন? আশা করি সবাই ভালো আছেন। আজকে ত্রিদেশীয় সিরিজের বাংলাদেশের শেষ ম্যাচ পাকিস্তানের সাথে। পাকিস্তান বনাম বাংলাদেশের এই শেষ ম্যাচটি খেলে বিদায় নেবে বাংলাদেশ। তাই বাংলাদেশের এই শেষ ম্যাচটি আমাদের মোবাইল দিয়ে আমরা
সাউথ আফ্রিকা বেরিয়েছে নাকি হুম
না বাংলাদেশ ব্যাটিং করে
দেখ একটু ভালো হবে
বল করে সাউথ আফ্রিকা
এর মধ্যে দেখ তোদের বাঙালি বল কত আছে
না
সাত উইকেট 170 গেছে বাঙালি ওই দেখি দেখ
এই দেখি কই বাঙালি বল বুঝলাম না এমনি বাঙালি ব্যাট করে দুই উইকেट गए थे
लाइव मैच देखने के लिए वीडियो को लाइक करें और
तो वन डे स्टाइल के लिए डॉट बॉल कहते हैं ये एकदम पॉजिटिव पास हो कई दे दे लाइक देखो সরাসরি
কার মধ্যে ইউটিউবে সরাসরি দেব
বাঙালি ব্যাট করে বিনয় তো সেই গেল
জি ভাই, আমি সেই নির্লজ্জ। এক আকাশ পরিমাণ আজকের ম্যাচ আর্জেন্টিনা
got Ed Rainsford alongside me. Ed,
এর নাম চালারা
thinking to try and start this session the way they finished off the previous one. Mominos, he's got to start here, 41 unbeaten.
তুই হেডা লাগ চালু রেতে দে মারি
He's on 9 unbeaten, so they want to start off where they left off and hope that this is a session for Bangladesh. They'll be probably thinking if we lose one, maximum one, in this particular session. But for Zimbabwe, they'll be looking to pick up another couple, maybe 3. Jumuri, change of end for him. He bowled really nicely. He's the one that created the initial breakthrough. I like the fact he's got 3 slips in a gully and you keep that attacking mode on. You'll probably see more of that with a fast bowler being the leader of the pack, the captain of the team. Got to look for those opportunities which will come by. They've opted to bowl first with a seeming friendly surface. So why not try the 4 seamers who have been put in the 11 today? A very similar bowling combination put up by Bangladesh as well, with just one spinner, Tajul Islam. Very quick run. That was Shanto score more than Momino. Good response from him. Yeah, good run. Positive run. For a moment there, just had to trust him. Just here he goes. Yes. It was a well-committed run. Thank you. You said home. That's the opportunity in that first session. Went to that third slip and should have been.
বিমান নিয়ে পরিমাণ
বনাম জর্ড
আজকে
ಎಲ್ಲ ಉಡನಾರು
হ্যালো বন্ধুরা, কেমন
টি20 वाले
लाइव मैच लाइव मैच देखने के लिए वीडियो को लाइक करें और पहले कमेंट में दिए गए लिंक पर क्लिक करें।
मोमिन सेंचुरी ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ এই দলের বিরুদ্ধে 400 রান 500 রান করা ব্যাপার নাই টিকে দাও লাগবো বেশি রান করে থাকা
আমি আইতো যদি এমন ধরনের ভাড়া থাকতো আমি ইষ্ট করে না না অনেক তো কালীগঞ্জে চেক করে মাঙ্গা নিবা ভাড়া রাখতে দিবা সমস্যা তো আমার কাছে কইবেন যে এই সমস্যা কিন্তু আমার একটু ঝামেলা লাগলে আমার আমরা কি বলি আমরা সব আকবর গেল তো শুক্রবারে না কোয়ার্টার ফাইনাল গেছে না
Shout was because sometimes when you don't offer a shot, it doesn't really matter where it will actually finish. But this was obviously going down the leg side. I think he didn't expect that to straighten up a little bit. He was just thinking he'll just go by.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, coming back to Mr. Bani or the total fast bowlers and the muscle memory that you're talking about. It's to do with so much of white ball cricket, which is so programmed to be bowling variations and different lengths. I think you just feel maybe in those first 4-5 overs, Ingaraba and Mr. Bani with a new ball in hand would have done slightly better. They were aiming for that rib cage. Yeah, that's better. 82 for 2.
47 বল পাইয়া 12 রান থামছে আর নমিনুর 80 বল পাইয়া না 60 বল পাইয়া 6 রান
Look at those names who represented Zimbabwe in Test match cricket. I think Mr. Lobani has made it to that top 5. Just done well for himself. He has been the spirit of the attack. when he pitches it up or bowls fully, allows that width also outside off. And that makes it easier for Momin on more than one occasion to play that square of the wicket, just like he did now.
Yeah, this brings up the 50-run partnership between these two. It's a nice looking shot. It's a favoured area for Momino. Square of the wicket through the offside. Yeah, wonderful piece of timing.
Slightly upish. Moves to 49, Momino. Partnership 50 between them. Yeah, you just go back and say that you had dropped Shanto, would have been a little different situation, but they need to make sure that they don't have to pay a heavy price for that drop. He's dropped when he was on 7. It's just 12 is early, try to have him more on strike.
Of how the surface is going to play now into the second session because of the early start. The sun now, the clouds have sort of burnt away, so whatever moisture is in the surface is starting to sort of dissipate, and we'll sort of start seeing whether that ball gets a little bit older, that seam gets a little bit flatter, how much work these bowlers are going to put on that ball to keep it nice and fresh and try and keep them finding that movement. A long way down the leg side. And with the evolving conditions, we also want to look at how the bowlers are going to adjust. This is not a great delivery, and we've spoken about it earlier in the day about that leg stump line. Yeah, that's an overcompensation, isn't it?
Will be a boundary and also be Mominul Haq's 28 Test match 50. And the kind of form he's in is his 6th 50 in the last 5 Test matches. 5th against Zimbabwe.
As a big player for Bangladesh and on a tricky wicket, look at that strike rate, 82, 53 unbeaten. He's someone that can back time, is someone that enjoys scoring hundreds. The way he's going right now, Zimbabwe need to just sort of adjust their line and length a little bit loose straight after lunch.
খেলাতে আইব আছে পুরো আউট টিকেট খেলা বাংলাদেশ
96 for 2.
বাংলাদেশ আর বাংলাদেশ আর জিম্বাবুয়ে জিম্বাবুয়ে
জিম্বাবুয়ে খেলা হয় না
খেলা হয় না
না
এটা সেই যে রান 96 রান 2 উইকেট
Yeah, another 50 for Mominul. He's carrying on with the form that he has. Not moving away from home.
miss your line, you miss your length outside the line of all stamina, he will punish you. Maybe just go back to basics.
क्या तो नंबर बढ़ाई तू हैं हैं
One is pretty short,
क्या बिका चल लॉस होते ना लॉस तो
it's not consistent.
बिका से
Surface like this,
बिका से लॉस बिका से लॉस
consistency in fight, bowling perspective. Because you almost feel that the pitch will have its say. One particular delivery that'll have your name on it.
मैं
A short leg fielder. Not sure if it's a drop catch, but that went traveling at him. There was no way he was going to get out of the way. It was aimed at him. He's got it somewhere on that wrist.
क्या कर गया से कोई ये तो यार
Right on the shoulder. Yeah. The reaction time is rapid. Big shot. No, that played it definitely.
Giving himself a little bit of room now.
Much better discipline now in this session after that. He's getting that carry as well. He's been placed there for that delivery which probably bowler will bowl into the batter's rib cage. This was a fuller leather. He's probably played that as a drive on the onside. Straight on the shoulder. Good over that. 97 for two.
वाला हिट की कोई रेंज मूवमेंट कोई वाला जो है ना हाँ मैं माना वो मैं तक कर लूँगा देखो जो जो का ना सेंचुरी का तरफ
97 হয়েছে না
ये तो दिन नहीं में रोहित में तो गलत है हमने ना आए ऑलरेडी सारे साइड जो है ये भी हम दिन दी रोहित दी
The bulk of the scoring in that 61 partnership is
क्या होता है ना
has allowed Shanto some breathing space as he walked out.
ऐसे तो ये अब जो दिन हो गई पाकिस्तान पूरे सारा लोग बेसमेंट का और फिर लोग दूसरा शो करते हैं तो दूसरा बैट पूरे दिन में उबाल तो
Yeah, he's holding it together. There's
বললে
Mono,
বললে
experienced.
হেডে 68 বললে
This is how he's gone about getting to his 50. Full toss, the timing. And a feature of this 50 will be how many runs he'll score to the offside, especially square of the wicket. As an exquisite shot. That's even better. A flick off the pads, timing through the offside, and then a cut shot. Takes him to an important 50.
It's not the first time he's got that ball to jag in sharply. He got that first wicket with a delivery like that. That keeps playing in the back of your mind as a batter. It pitches and it just comes in. Leaves you nowhere. Be able to get your back
দুই তিনজন বলার আছে ভালো বল
off the
করতে
surface.
Shanto helped to leave and then he started seeing it back and then it squatted a little bit.
खेल तो कैसे
2 shots. But that's a delivery any batter would find themselves in trouble with.
तेरा आउट देने
He
He is asking questions. He's getting that ball to talk now. Finishing within the stumps. That's the thing. That's the worry.
আগে উঠতাম টেস্টিং রিভিউ আছে
Have a closer look at this. The angle.
রিভিউ আছে এলবি মনে নাই না
Two sounds. Inside edge. Shake of the head by the umpire, but you're spot on. He's starting to ask a few questions. But how consistent can he be with this line and length without trying to be too expansive? The playbook needs to be concise.
সাইড দিয়ে হয়ে যায়
এটা আমার না
ফেরা
আমি যেতে ফেলবি যেতে একদম আমি পাচ্ছি
Yeah, you wouldn't mind that as a
সাইড
bowler.
তো
Make the play.
ক্লারিটি
Bangladesh 100.
যেটা দুটি দেশ সবার করতে রে তে কবে বাংলাদেশ লাইনে
1 for 2 now.
বৃষ্টিতে বাবা বৃষ্টি হবে লোক না
This might get over.
গরম হয়ে
But
গেছে
inside half, the timing does the rest.
দুই দিন ভালো গরমে এই কারণটা নিবো
Hasn't quite got his timing.
কারেন্ট তো নাই
না
But
এটা
it'll bring up 100
গাইজ
at the stage for Bangladesh.
এক
Look
বড়
at that
দাম
boundary
হইছে
count. High, isn't it? 16 fours.
বাংলাদেশ আগে টেস্টে চান্সই পাইছি না কয়েক বছর টেস্টে ভালো করতে ফেলে চান্স বড় বড় দল আর অস্ট্রেলিয়া ডাকছে বাংলাদেশকে দুই টেস্ট করবো অস্ট্রেলিয়া মাঠে ছিল আগস্টে অস্ট্রেলিয়া নিয়ে ডাকছে আর ইংল্যান্ড আমন্ত্রণ জানাইছে এরাও খেলবো লাস্টে
Getting the ball to do so well.
আগে দিলে বাংলাদেশে গনাই
Finishes within the stumps. It's just that
এবং পাকিস্তান দিয়ে চার
it's
বছর
so good in a certain area. Probably want to continue there and keep winning the battle. Not every ball will be a wicket delivery.
ভালো সত্যি গেছে
Well done by the keeper there.
14 ওভার
Sitting up with the gloves, 102 is on board.
ওয়ান ডে গেলে এটা টি20 খেলা এটা নাই বাড়ি টাইম দিয়ে
Have a delivery to go.
চার করে গেলে
Either I'm slow or the scorer.
102
Or you just want to get to the next over. Well, again, not the first time we've seen that flashy bat from Mominul. It earns him the boundary, and he stays where he is. 107 for 2.
দুইজন রান করতে পারে উপরে ভিডিও দেখে দুই আরো ব্যাটিং আছে মানে আসল ব্যাটিং নেই মারাত্মক
107 for 2.
উনত্রিশটা ফিফটি
Mominul looking good, 57.
জিম্বাবুয়েকে ডাবল করছে
Well, boundaries in that.
র্যাঙ্কিং মারা গেল না রাধে ওয়ান ডে তো ভালো মুশকিল টি20 তো ওয়ান ডে তে আছে মোটামুটি
They get the boundary to finish off the field. So great to see that legs. So this one just there.
কিছু মনে বাইরে দিকে
With the pace and with the bounce.
দিলে হাত গরম লাগছে
Yeah, we just saw that replay has been the highlight of Mominul's batting there. And he's played that short lane. He's got good hands. Hasn't gone hard or anything. He's just relied on pure timing. Just opening the face again on that occasion, even though it was a shorter delivery and he controlled it well. It came closer to his body. And all he did was, just at the last moment, just angled it over slips. The other hand,
last ball of the previous over. We were talking about that. So the control is not a very tall man, but he handles it very well. As you mentioned, that the ball off the surface comes closer to him. So, just opens the pace and doesn't hit it hard.
ভান্ডারি নেই
Individual, the length as well allows him to get into that position and then open the face of the
মালটা কই এই এটা নিয়ে কি করতে
Yesterday has waited a pitch. He's decided to come over the wicket to the left-hander. It will be an interesting
রাহুল এনে কাছে দেখে দা রাহুল কি নাম উঠতো রাহুল
question is
দেখে
very,
দা
very valid. That
জায়গা দেখে জিজ্ঞাসা
to
করছে
see where it
হ্যাঁ
pitches.
জিজ্ঞাসা করছে রে
My first inclination that this looks
Yeah,
very
yeah,
close.
yeah.
Right. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Just outside, maybe.
আমি তো নাম্বারটা
Is it on leg side?
নাম্বার
Oh, that is very, very
এই যে কি
close.
পেয়েছে মুরগি মুরগি শুরু করে এ তো আর বড় বেশি দেখি না বল ভালো বল করতে হবে
Just over the field and short leg.
হ্যাঁ এই ওভার তো না ডট বল সব কাইলে
This one has, he does another opportunity in the over.
সাত আট বাবা
It's a leg line.
আটা ধরে গেছে এটা ফেসবুকে খেলা অনেক দেখ খেলা দে আবার বাজি অনেক
Living on the edge.
এই খেলা টেস্টে ওয়ান দে আগে দেখছিলাম বেশি টেস্ট খেলা দে আগে কখন দেখছি আগে দুটো টি-টোয়েন্টি ওয়ান দে এমনি টেস্ট দে
হলো কি তো খেলতে না
আমি আগে ওনার আগে বাইক করে হ্যালো রাইতে
Good over that from Musrabani, 108 for 2.
10 ওভার মাত্র 100 রান দিছে
হ্যাঁ মা বল কত না লাম্বার কত নি यार কালা কালা
মুজারা বানি
মুঝে তো
মুজারা বানি
না
মুজারা বানি আবার কেটা
For 2 in the second session on day 1. And this previous over from Musrabani has been quite eventful. Very good shot for a leg before and then a shorter one. Not very far away.
আউটে 22
Eventually,
এন্ড
given as a leg wide.
বডি ডজন
This look for the naked eye, that's pitching on the leg stump and finishing on the same. You've got to keep in mind with the umpires also looking at right arm over the wicket bowling to a left-hander. So the only doubt he has it, where does it pitch? So it's very marginal.
ওরে শালা শালা 8 ওভারে 46 রান দিছে ওয়ান্ডার রান দিয়ে দিছে
Oh, is it dropped? Fingertips on that.
শালা আয়া
Once
প্রথম
again,
বলে
the ball sharply comes into the left-hander.
প্রথম বলে
The umpire says leg wise, but nevertheless, he is causing serious problems there.
I think for both ends, I think Shanto is
মানে এর জিনিস
really is struggling in this phase of play. Does not look settled. And this is where, in Zimbabwe, you need to have a sense of where the game is right now. Don't allow the singles, give as many deliveries to Shanto because Momino looks comfortable. He looks like he's in control where Shanto
পুরা না তো রশি
is the batter that just hasn't quite acclimatized as yet. 17 of 62.
মমিও দো দিনের খেলতে পারে
On
সাতটা
7.
লের আমি সাতটা
It's
নয়
away
সময়
perhaps with a marginal LBW shout. Fish bowling is making him feel uncomfortable.
ঠিক আছে
দেখ শালারা তো মদ লয়ে দিছে হ্যাঁ শালারা তো মদ লয়ে দিছে
খাইবি
Good friend, bowling consultant for
বাংলার দিকে বলে হাই দিবা খাই
Zimbabwe from
Yeah,
South
I'm
Africa
not
he is.
আর আমার দু আড়াই দে
Kemudian dari badan dari itu,
Quick one.
mana dari itu?
Once again, the man in trouble was Chandra. Good dive put in by him.
Kaya sencuri.
Kata saya itu.
Muskil tak kita sencuri kaya. Mana sama sencuri. Baat rumah ada biar sama sencuri. सबसे बेस्ट बड़ा एक ट्रैक है
Yeah, he's in the action in the
एक एरिया करेगा ना लोग आपको जैसे नहीं
nation and
रास्ता के लोग क्या ना तो हम सोच रहे मोट रन फासेगा
3 deliveries to end. Emory just needs to believe he needs to get
है
in
तो
the
जाओ
right
बस
area.
सब दिन में से वो तो बहुत है
Attempt to play as many as possible that front foot, bring that slip foot into play. I also think it's an opportunity to maybe take the cover out and maybe put a third slip in play. Yeah, initially the cover was put in for Momino. We always had 3 slips when Shanto was on strike, but now they prefer to close that gap as well.
Tangga temu pada
Across the inside part of the mat.
moot run kata
Station, reinforcement can stay there. Tricky period. Gets another slip in play. Gets another slip in play. Yeah, and Ingrava has a very good seat. In the house, he can actually see what's happening. Standing at, there he is. I'm with you. Looking at it as a fast bowler, as a captain, is getting one more man behind the bat. End of the over, 110 for 2.
Aggression, my boy.
এরপর নামবো মুশকিল এরপরে নামবো মুশকিল এরপর হলো হৃদয় তাইজুল হাসান মাহমুদ
তিনজনের ভালো ব্যাটার আছে শান্তরে বাদ দে মস্তুরি তৌহিদ হৃদয় ভূমি দেখান এই তিনজন জীবন ব্যাটার আবার তাইজুল আছে
Flourishing,
অলরাউন্ডার
but not with
হাসান মাহমুদ মোটামুটি
moments where Zimbabwe looked that they were sending one of them
মায়ের
back.
উইকেট একটা পড়ছে সাইডে
This pair which is added now
মনে
74
গেছে
from 122 deliveries.
পিয়ন ঢাকা
Bowled
করে
well,
আছে
but without any luck.
কোন জায়গা
It's such a big contrast in terms of two batters in the middle. You see Mominul, who looks that there's nothing much happening on the surface, but the moment Shanta comes on strike, there's so many things happening for the bowlers. So you got to give credit to Mominul Haq to able to go and absorb the pressure early on and then decide to score runs. He's scoring at almost 80. Striker is almost 80. And it looks so comfortable. Oh, big mix up. They want a single. Damage done.
Interesting to watch him play. Momino just took his time early on, but then he's expanded his shot ranking. His innings progressed. Zimbabwean bowlers under some pressure. Every time Zimbabweans have missed their legs, he's finding boundaries.
ধরনে এখন দেখাই আমার নাজলে
না আগে দে উইকেট লাগে
Now we'll probably come back for an easy second.
দুটো নতুন
Yeah, and he's hit 12 boundaries. He's spot on now, Jonathan. On a surface,
দুটো চলে যেতে কারণ একটা দেয়ালের
it's available for the seamers to extract from the surface.
পরে মনে আগে একটা দেয়
To leak away 12 boundaries,
থাকে ওখানে
only one player.
প্রফিট করবে না
This will be an impressed by
দুইনে নেই মমিন আর মুশকিল দুইরে পুরান মানে ওই জায়গায়
to ball from the golf course.
তোর হতে পারে আর তো তোমার বার হতো
Finally, he will start getting it to nip both ways.
আর হৃদয় অভিষেক হয়েছে আজকে হৃদয় অভিষেক হয়েছে নতুন
Yeah, when you look
হৃদয়
at
আর এমনি
Mominul,
দেখো
he's looked
জীবনে
very
টেস্ট
good,
খেলেন
but
কি আলা হট বলতে না তো দূর আগ বলতে দূর
managed to survive. I mean, he's still there. But he had he's already been dropped once. This could have gone easily to the hands. He's had all sorts of trouble in all those sorts of, if you were talk about the length, if it's full, he struggled, if it's short, because of the kind of movement they have bowled.
বলে কি লম্বা
How confident moment will be when he is on strike.
নিজের উপর নির্ভর করে
Been about
Yeah,
like
yeah,
one of our players that are running
তোকে মারতে
bowled around the wicket.
বল বাড়ি যেতে
Left hander to bounce deep.
প্রতি ওভারে দুই তিন
Showed an understanding of where his off stump is.
আরে বড় এক ওভারে 10
Played the first line. So his hands
Pero
haven't
Marco,
left. He's
muy
got a bit of
bien,
down and
Marco.
followed the ball as it goes past the outside edge. And then it's been very, very hard on all the bowlers at the other end.
There's a shout. Again, the umpire decides that it's not on the stumps. Stays not out. Again, a very good over comes to an end. 112 for two.
না একটা সাড়ে টান ঘুমাই দেন না
It has been a struggle for Nazmusan Shanto, but you have to still give him the credit to be still around.
ওরা যদি সাত কিলো
And a partnership which is scored now 76. Momentum this time around was in his spot of order. Last delivery of the previous over.
Got the impression there were two sounds there. So good call out from umpire Palika.
বসি না কালারে কোম্বালা দেখছিলাম সত্য দেখলা আটা করতেছি
And I'm sure we've already seen, I'm sure the viewers must have had
ওয়ান ডে
also
কাজ
seen
করে বলা পেয়াসার
Momentum once in a while is just
কিন্তু না বাংলাদেশ ওই নরমাল ডোর গুলো কথা টেস্ট আর লাগে
probably wants
সবারে
him to
ডিফারেন্স
relax.
দিছে
You can't
টেস্টে
really do
সেরা
much about
অলরাউন্ডার ভাইস ক্যাপ্টেন মেয়েদের মিরা না
all you will have to pray is to survive and stay a
মিরা
little bit lucky.
না গতি না ইগ্রানা লিকন্দা
বসি এদিকে মুক্তা হয়েছে
Cricket at London Sports Club.
এরাও অঙ্গার
The conditions here. He understands that the most difficult batting day at London Sports Club is always going to be day one.
আরে
The easier, the longer you play, the softer the kookaburra gets. You just got to tough through these difficult periods. As the day progresses, that wicket's drying out. It's going to get a lot easier to bat on.
He's got 13 test match hundreds, Momentum. The last one came against India way back in September 2024 when he made an unbeaten 107. But his last 12 test matches since then hasn't been able to get 100 in. But he has managed to pick up 850.
আজকে ওয়ান ডে বেড়ে গেছে মিরাজরা
In that period, he got really close to another 100. Best was 91, which was against Pakistan. This time it's straight into the ground. And he vouches it.
And it's a big wicket, a very big wicket. We were just talking about Moeen, man. His performances over the last 18 months. And another 50 to his name. Great dismissal here as Jamhuri gets one to the
দিলে বাউন্স দেওয়া না তোর এটা তুলা দেওয়া দরকার তো
behind the
দিছে বড়
line, but
বাউন্স
it's the extra bounce, the
দেখো
extra
বাউন্স
pace.
দেওয়া পিছন দিকে দূরে
Very straightforward. Thank you very much.
Take a flip straight for catch.
জায়গা হলো স্টার
He has
Nere,
to go
dia
for
kaya.
playing a good hand. Gone for
Dale,
60. It's
Ye chilo
1-1-3.
na sundari.
1-3.
রাত একটু আছে
সাইকেলটা খারাপ না ওয়ান ডে লাইন খেলছি ভালো একটা উইকেট পড়ে যাবে না ওয়ানকে সাত পড়ে যাবে বাঙালি
তেরো না তখন না
মুক্তি মনে নয় লইয়া
পানি ধরে হ্যাঁ